Creative furniture upcycle. Transform your space with unique art. Imagine transforming that worn-out chair into a stunning statement piece, or turning an old dresser into a chic storage solution. In this video, I'll show you how to unleash your creativity and make unique art pieces that reflect your personal style. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into the world of creative furniture upcycling. If you've got some old furniture lying around, or if you just want to refresh your space without breaking the bank, you're in the right place. Let's start with some inspiration. Here are a few ideas to get your creative juices flowing. Coffee table makeover. Take an old coffee table and paint it in bold colors or add a mosaic design using broken tiles. This can become the centerpiece of your living room. Chair transformation. Reupholster a tired chair using vibrant fabric or even an old tapestry. A little stitching can turn it into a unique art piece. Dresser to bookshelf. Convert an old dresser into a bookshelf by removing the drawers and adding shelves. It's functional and adds character to your space. Now, let's dive into a hands-on project. Today, we'll transform this old wooden stool into a colorful plant stand. Materials needed. You'll need sandpaper, paint, a paintbrush, and some sealant. Prep the surface. Start by sanding down the stool to remove any old finish. This will help the paint stick better. Painting. Next, choose your colors. I'm going with a bright teal and white for a fresh look. Apply the first coat and let it dry. Final touches. Once it's dry, add a second coat if needed. Finally, seal it with a clear coat to protect your work. Look at our finished plant stand. Now, let's style it. You can add some greenery, books, or even a decorative vase to make it pop in your space. Remember, the key is to mix and match until you find what feels right for you. Sure, here's a step-by-step guide on the best way to apply sealant to your upcycled stool. Best practices for applying sealant. Materials needed. Clear sealant, acrylic or polyurethane. Paintbrush or foam brush. Paint tray. Rags or paper towels for any spills. Sandpaper optional for a smoother finish between coats. Steps to apply sealant. Choose the right sealant. Select a sealant based on the desired finish, matte, satin, or glossy. Acrylic sealants are great for indoor projects, while polyurethane offers additional durability. Prep the surface. Make sure your painted stool is completely dry before applying sealant. This usually takes a few hours, but check the paint manufacturer's recommendations. Lightly sand the surface with fine grit sandpaper, about 220 grit, to create a smooth surface for the sealant to adhere to. Wipe away any dust with a clean rag. Set up your workspace. Work in a well-ventilated area to avoid inhaling fumes. Lay down a drop cloth or newspaper to protect your workspace. Pour the sealant. Pour a small amount of sealant into a paint tray. This helps control the amount you use and prevents waste. Load the brush. Dip your brush or foam brush into the sealant, then tap off any excess. You want it well coated but not dripping. Apply the sealant. Start applying the sealant in even strokes. Work in sections, beginning with one side of the stool at a time. Use smooth, even strokes to avoid bubbles. If you're using a brush, apply in one direction to minimize brush marks. Pay attention to edges and corners. Use a smaller brush if necessary for tight spots or detailed areas. Make sure to cover all surfaces, including legs and undersides. Check for bubbles. If you notice any bubbles, gently brush over them to smooth them out. Let it dry. Allow the first coat to dry according to the manufacturer's instructions. This can range from a couple of hours to overnight. Sand between coats if needed. If you're applying multiple coats, lightly sand the surface with fine grit sandpaper between coats for a smoother finish. Wipe away any dust before applying the next coat. Apply additional coats. Repeat the sealing process for at least 2-3 coats, depending on how much protection you want. Ensure each coat is dry before applying the next. Final drying. After the last coat, allow the stool to cure fully for the recommended time, usually 24-48 hours, before using it. Tips. Test first. If you're unsure about the finish, test the sealant on a small, inconspicuous area. Cleaning. Clean your brushes with soap and water for water-based sealants or mineral spirits for oil-based sealants immediately after use. By following these steps, you'll ensure that your upcycled stool is well protected and looks great. How can I prevent brush marks when applying the sealant? Preventing brush marks when applying sealant is key to achieving a smooth, professional finish. Here are some tips to help you avoid those unwanted marks. Tips to prevent brush marks. Choose the right brush. Use a high-quality brush designed for smooth finishes. A foam brush or a synthetic bristle brush can help minimize brush marks as they lay down the sealant more evenly. Thin the sealant. If the sealant is too thick, it can lead to brush marks. Consider thinning it slightly with water for water-based sealants or the appropriate solvent for oil-based sealants according to manufacturer instructions. Load the brush properly. Dip the brush into the sealant and tap off excess. Avoid overloading the brush, as too much sealant can lead to drips and marks. Use smooth, even strokes. Apply the sealant using long, even strokes rather than short, choppy movements. This helps distribute the sealant more evenly and reduces the likelihood of marks. Work in sections. Apply sealant in small sections, about 2-3 feet, to prevent it from drying before you can smooth it out. This also allows for better control. Brush in one direction. Always brush in the same direction, following the grain of the wood. This technique minimizes the appearance of brush marks and helps create a uniform finish. Avoid overworking the sealant. Once the sealant is applied, avoid going back over it too many times. Overworking it can disturb the layer and create marks. Use a light touch. Apply gentle pressure on the brush to avoid disturbing the sealant layer. A lighter touch helps maintain a smooth finish. Consider a spray application. If brush marks continue to be a problem, consider using a spray sealant. This can provide an even finish without the risk of brush marks, but requires careful handling. Sand between coats. If you do notice brush marks after the first coat, light sanding with fine grit sandpaper before applying the next coat can help smooth out imperfections. Final touch-up. After applying the final coat, lightly go over the surface with a clean, dry brush to remove any minor imperfections. By following these tips, you can achieve a beautiful, smooth finish on your upcycled stool without the frustration of brush marks. Thanks for joining me on this creative journey. Remember, the beauty of upcycling lies in your imagination, so don't be afraid to experiment and make your space truly unique. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your own upcycling projects in the comments below. Until next time, keep creating.